Hi guys, Dr. Jeremy back with you, here with Dr. Sean. Today we're going to be looking at some shoulder pass-through variations, and at the end we're going to be looking at your kettlebell overhead squat. So the first thing we want you to do is get a length of PVC, alright, or a glue stick. And what we did here is we just took a little bit of tape and we taped down the tape measure here, right, our best friend. So what Sean's going to do is he's just going to get a random grip, alright, hands out nice and wide. What he's going to do is keep his belly and butt nice and tight, and pass all the way through with those elbows straight, come all the way forward. If he's able to do that, alright, what we want him to do is just bring his fingers in just a little bit. Alright, that's how we try it again. Good. If he's able to do that, he keeps going in until he starts to do a little, one of those, or a little elbow bend on the way back. Alright, if he's doing that, he's going to put his hands back out. Go ahead. Right, he deemed that successful, and then what he's going to have to do is do a little bit of math, right? So he's got his left hand at 51, his right hand at 8.5, quick math.
43?
43.
42 and a half?
42 and a half.
42 and a half.
42 and a half, there it is.
Right.
He's going to write that down, okay? So that's the first version, all right? The next thing he's going to do is he's going to hop down on his belly, okay? So, same stick, same idea, same movement, right? So he's going to bring it all the way back. It's okay if the chest lifts a little bit. Boom, he wants to be able to touch the small of his back or his butt. Good. Hands in. Good. And it's starting to get a little sticky.
That's a good word.
And yeah, there's a little bit of bend there, so we're going to call that enough. All right. So again, he or maybe a super friend will come in and work off for you. Quite similar as you were standing. All right. Very good. That's how you stand back up. This is where things start to get a little tricky. All right. Now we're going to test this at the bottom of the squat. So what Sean's going to do: keep his hands out wide, typically about where he'd snatch. Okay. He's going to pop down in the bottom of the squat. Okay? He wants those eyes up, chest up. Okay? And he's going to do that same pass through. Boom, and back. Hands in, and back. And again, he's going to work his way to that little sticking point. Alright? That's a fit. Alright? So if you fall down, or if you start to do that little dance, or your elbows start to bend, that's a fail. Again, you're going to mark down how far apart your hands were. Alright? The next thing we're going to do, we're done with the pass-throughs, we're going to move on to the Zotz press. Alright? Again, we want to start out wide and work our hands in 5 down. So, you can put that PVC on your back. Okay? Head on down into the squat. Chest up, eyes up, press that thing up. Good. Hands in a little bit. Good. As you're doing this, you're going to start to notice that tension in your upper back build and build and build. Good. You'll also notice the motion will become increasingly difficult. Your face will look uglier and uglier. And there we go. Alright? Again, you're going to try and get your hands as close as possible until it's impossible or painful for you to push overhead and write down that number. Okay? We're going to move on to something even more dynamic than that. So we're done with our PVC. We're going to move over to our friend with the kettlebell. And what we like you to do is build up to a 1 rep max overhead squat with kettlebells. Alright? Sean's, this isn't his 1 rep max.
It's like my 98%.
98%. Alright? So what he's going to do, press those kettlebells overhead. Good. He's going to stay nice and tight, shoulders pushed up towards the ceiling, come all the way down, and all the way back up. Great success, right? So he's able to do that with, we're not going to specify how much, but if he can do it with that much weight, he'll do it with a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, until it's mission impossible.
They're like 95 pounds.
They're 95 pounds each, not together. Again, he's going to work his way up until it's impossible. Write that score down, and after these few weeks, we want to see that number,